All right, good morning, everybody. So my name is Arthur. This is my first year being an intern, and I got the privilege of being with Sheridan County Communications. Picture is what we see every day when we walk into our wall. We get the privilege of dispatching for all those agencies. Just a few things we're going to go over. I'll already give a brief introduction, and then we're going to go what it's like in dispatch. So who am I? First thing, I'm an AEMT. That's what I love to do. I'm going to continue my education in a little bit different route. We'll get to that here in a little bit. So who am I? Like I said earlier, my name is Arthur Turley. I like to be called Art. I am a husband and father to an 11-year-old little girl and my beautiful wife. As I stated, I'm an AEMT who serves my community and surrounding areas. I help with 2 counties here in northwest Kansas. I went to high school in Wichita County, known for Leota. Graduated in 2011, and I will be attending nursing from Colby here in August. So on my free time, I like to be with my family. If I'm not found at work, I'm found at the lake, fishing. It seems to be what I like to do. No matter what, the fish are always this big, right? Whenever I'm not fishing, I like to cook. I can't bake. I wish I can get some lessons. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. I like to go to high school sporting events. If I'm not on the bleachers, I help with the concessions. I like to get back to the schools in my area. And lastly, I'm a big Jayhawk fan, so Rock Chalk. So daily experience as a dispatcher, I find it as we are the first true responder. We get the original call, and then we go from there. So the daily experience as a dispatcher, there are 2 shifts for our communications. They are from noon to midnight, and then midnight to noon. During my time as an intern, I was lucky to experience the day shift 2 to 3 times a week. For Sheridan County, we are a single seat dispatch. So what that means is there's only one dispatcher at a time. After we clock in, we receive what is called a pass down. And this is where we give the daily events that happen during our shift, any important information that needs to be passed on to the other officers or the other dispatcher as they come on shift. After our pass down, we have numerous programs we have to get into to start our day that are critical to our job. While on shift, we have to answer radio traffic from the law enforcement agencies, fire department, and EMS. We also need to answer our admin phone lines and answer them in a timely, professional manner. Our 911 calls must be answered immediately, as well as page the correct first responders to the call at the same time. Sometimes that seems to be a little challenging. We must be able to run a driver's license, check vehicle information, and a wanted status in a brief time frame. And there's many more important things that a dispatcher does on day shift that I can't go into at this time. So some specific tasks. So like I said earlier, we answer our radios, the phone lines. We keep the sheriff's office clean. We have to document legal documents correctly. I don't want to be the reason why somebody gets sent to jail or something like that because of my mistakes. It's very important. And we must be professional to everybody on the phone and in person. So I've learned it's got to be challenging sometimes, but you got to make it work. Some projects that I was tasked with was I got to create a PowerPoint over the 911, and I made it to be guided towards the kids in the elementary schools. So what I ended up doing was making a brief PowerPoint, which was about 10 minutes, and I made it towards the younger kids in elementary, explaining what 911 is and how they will be talked to when they call 911. It advised them when to call 911, when not to, what to expect, the type of questions, and have a picture for them to put their name and their address and what the emergency is, so they can put it on their picture of the fridge. So if something does happen, they go to the fridge and say, my address is, and that would help out a lot. The part of that is we are going to be going forward, getting that into the schools is my goal. So what have I learned? I have learned there are a lot of codes and signals that police use on a daily shift. I have learned the phonetic alphabet. I have learned what types of calls first responders go to. It's interesting being on the other side of the radio, not the one responding. I have learned how to talk on the radio correctly. I've learned how to use the computer-aided dispatch, or the CAD system. It's one of our main power lines that we have to use. I have learned how to acknowledge and pass on weather alerts. Didn't realize how much weather we have out here. I have learned to broadcast attempt to locates and be on the lookouts, as well as tell the difference between the two of them. And then I've learned to answer the phone lines and the 911 lines correctly. Some skills I have developed. I have learned to be able to fast typer since I was given the opportunity. I've learned what it is like on the other side of the 911 calls. I have learned how to use my voice. That was a big one because I'm usually quiet in the corner, not the one to really get up and talk. And I've learned how to take good notes, as I have to take notes daily. Some final takeaways. I am grateful for the opportunity that was given to both Nex-Tech and Sheridan County that they have gave me. I am the oldest intern to date and has gone through this program. This program has shown me that everyone deserves a second chance, no matter how old you may be. And before this opportunity, I was afraid I would fail right away. Sheridan County and Nex-Gen have helped build up my confidence and shown me that I can help people in multiple ways, not just with one title or another. I am excited that I've performed well enough that I have earned a full-time position with Sheridan County Communications. And Sheridan County surprised me and was able to give me the ability to work on the weekends and not have to choose between school or them. So I get to both go to school during the week and work for them on the weekends. Another thing that's not on here, there's two acronyms, and they're both the same. It's FEAR. Forget everything and run, or you can face everything and rise. I've chosen to do the second FEAR. I want to thank you guys. Thank you to Nex-Gen. I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you to Sheridan County Communications and Sheridan County Sheriff's Office. And to my 1080, Dana, I appreciate it. Thank you.